It's time to continue our NCAA football win series. We're continuing the Mountain West, and we are on to Fresno State. I gotta say, this is one of the schools I am more excited about, led by Jeff Tedford. And he may not be a big name coach, but this guy has been amazing. He first got a head coaching job in 2002 at Cal. Cal's not a great program, but this is what he did. 7 wins, 8 wins, 10 wins, 8 wins, 10 wins, 7, 9, 4, 5, 7. And then finally in 2012, it was three. He's let go. He ends up going to the Buccaneers in 2014, ended up having a heart procedure, was released, became the head coach of actually a Canadian football team in the BC Lions, ends up in Washington in 2016, but finally in 2017, he ends up at Fresno State. His first year, he shows up, 10 wins, wins the Hawaii Bowl. 2018, 12 wins, wins the conference, wins the Las Vegas Bowl. Stumbles in 2019, 4-8, and he ends up resigning for health issues. Comes back in 2022, another 10-win season. This is his third 10-win season in 4 years with Fresno State. Last year, 9-win season overall. 8 of them are his. So at the end, so this is how 2023 went. They start 5-0. They go to Purdue and win. They beat Eastern Washington. They go to Arizona State and win, beat Kent State, and then beat Nevada. They lose at Wyoming by 5 points. Then they beat Utah State, UNLV, and Boise State. They're just amazing. And then the wheels fall off. They lose at San Jose State. They lose to New Mexico. They lose at San Diego State. Tedford resigns. He steps back. He says he's got some health issues, steps away. They bring in interim coach Tim Skipper. Tim Skipper wins the game. Jeff Tedford's back, though. They bring him back for the 2024 season, and things are looking good. If they hadn't stumbled down the stretch with their 3 consecutive losses, they're probably the Mountain West champs last year, but they've got a lot coming back. First of all, quarterback Mickey Keene comes back. 2,976 yards last year, 24 touchdowns. He's back with running back Malik Sherrod, 966 yards. They bring back receivers Jalen Moss, Mac Nanella, and Josiah Freeman. Line returns 4 starters. They allowed just 19 sacks last year. They bring back a ton. The defense is going to be the biggest issue. The Bulldog defense was solid last year, but they lost a good amount. Still, they bring in new guys. They bring in USC transfer Corey Foreman. He could be very interesting. They bring in linebacker Malachi Langley. They returned linebacker Malachi Langley. He had 84 tackles last year. They bring back Cam Lockridge, who missed all of last year with an injury. Fresno could be a very good squad. And my thought on the Fresno defense is that it's going to rely on 2 people. The big one's Corey Freeman. He was a #1 recruit in the nation who was a rotational player at USC his first 2 years. He never got going there. He's a top quality player. If Jeff Tedford and company can get the most out of him, this defense could actually take a huge step forward. And if they take a step forward with the offense, it's going to be a great team. They also have great special teams. Dylan Lynch was a Lou Groza semifinalist last year. He was 24-30 in the regular season, 9-12 from beyond 40 yards. They have a good punter named Nick Verdugo. This is a quality team. The problem is their schedule's tough. They open August 31st. They are at Michigan. They're going to start 0-1. They'll beat Sacramento State at home. Then they have New Mexico on September 14th. New Mexico State on September 14th. That's a tough game. They should win that at home. September 21st is New Mexico. They'll win that game. September 28th is their hardest conference game. They're going to be at UNLV. Say they lose it. So they're 3-2. I think the ceiling on this team at this point is 4-1. The floor is, 3-2. Maybe 2-3. That's a loss to New Mexico State. They have the bye. Then they get Washington State at home. They're a better squad. They're going to the road to Nevada. They're going to beat them. They're at home against San Jose State. They don't have to travel to Hawaii. Hawaii comes to them. And then November 9th, they're at Air Force. Probably a loss there. They play Colorado State November 23rd, and they end at UCLA. That's not a bad ending. UCLA's season could be done by then. If they're only a 4-win team and there's no hope of a bowl, they're going to destroy UCLA. Now, if UCLA is a 5-win team and they can make a bowl, this is a different story. But when we look at Fresno State this year, their only guaranteed loss, I feel, is Michigan. They have guaranteed wins against Sacramento State, against New Mexico, against Nevada, against San Jose State at home, against Hawaii at home, against Colorado State at home. That is 6 guaranteed wins, 1 guaranteed loss, and the rest are in the toss-up category. I could see this team at its cap being 11-1. At its bottom, it's probably 7-5. But we look at the win total here, and Fresno State's win total is sitting at 7.5 most places. 7.5 with a heavy juice to the over. There is an outlier, and of course we're going to try to find those. There are 2 books chilling at 7.5 chilling at 8 that aren't overly juiced. Like right now, 7.5 is minus 180 at ESPN, minus 164 at FanDuel. At DraftKings, you can get over 8 wins at minus 120. I think there's a better chance of them being a 9-win team than an 8-win team. So, yeah, if 8 hits, we push, whatever. I don't think 7's an option. So we're going to go ahead and take the over 8 at minus 120 on DraftKings and lock that in. We continue our Mountain West series. Next video, if you like the content, please like it, share it, send it to your friends. Check us out on X and the Discord, and have a great night.